Welcome back to some bonus content for the Acid Rain Sand Armor trailer set. In this bonus content, we're going to look at several different things. We're going to look at some playability, some comparisons, and some other things that may arise. So you're going to want to continue to watch the entire video. You never know what you're going to see or find out. So first off, we're going to take a look at the seating inside the trailer. This trailer is designed to fit 8 1/18 scale action figures. So I have donated to me by my G.I. Joe collection is 8 of my Steel Brigade troopers from the G.I. Joe line. So we're going to see how well 8 figures fit inside this trailer. Now, it is kind of tight to begin with, so you may have to get a creative with the actual arms. One of the key things to remember too is on your double jointed knee figures, you're going to want to bend them here at the bottom joint. So don't bend your top joint, bend the bottom one, and that gives you a smaller lower leg so they can sit just a little bit better. And on here, for example, it does help to have maybe one of the figure's arms hanging over the side. That way you can get him to sit closer to the edge. And they will sit more flush if you do bend here at the second joint. And as you start going through, you may have to stop maybe overlapping the arms a tad bit on some of the figures. Now, I did kind of find out that, these are probably one of the best examples for compatibility inside the trailer here. If you do use smaller figures, like maybe if you have 8 female figures, that could definitely work out for you an advantage. But as you get to more of a bulked size figure, you're going to have a lot of problems trying to get at least 8 figures to sit inside your trailer. So as you can see here, we can actually utilize some of this space. The arms definitely are an issue. But you can get it to look pretty decently, as you can see. Not too bad. There are peg holes in the bottom of the trailer. I'm not sure if that's even going to be really going to work for these figures because of the way they sit. I don't think the proportions are correct. So, as you see here, let's try to get him, put his arm over the side. And at least if you use the bottom joint on the double jointed figures, that leaves you from having to interlock them like this one leg. You'll have to do this kind of a style sitting if you don't utilize the bottom instead of the top. So let's continue to try to get our other remaining figures in the trailer. And I guess the best tactic, as you said, is to have the one arm sticking over like he's had his hand out the window or something like so. And as you can see, at least for the articulation for these Steel Brigade troopers, we can get 8 figures inside. It shouldn't be a problem if you do add the trailer canopies on. Not going to be an issue, I don't think, for these figures, for example. But that's how that looks with 8 G.I. Joe Steel Brigade figures. Now, if you use these for your Cobra troopers, I shouldn't see an issue with those either. But as you get into the larger, taller figures, the bulkier figures, you're not going to get at least 8 in there. You may get 6 at the very most for the bigger and less articulated figures. Thought this was a pretty cool demonstration to show you guys with these guys. And you can see they sit pretty good. And without even putting the pig in the feet. They sit pretty good. Now for me, I would do plan on buying some more of these trailers to transport, more of my troopers, like this, for example. Connect them together and see how long you can actually create a train-like trailer system, which is pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at another feature. Okay, as for the pigs on the bottom of the trailer here, fortunately for this trooper, at least for the G.I. Joe brand, they do not accommodate the pig holes in the feet for the actual G.I. Joe, unfortunately. And I believe that is the 30th anniversary ones. And also, for a Joy Toy figure, the diameter of the hole in the bottom of the figures are too big for the actual Toy figures. They're just too big. But if you have your Rain figures, they fit as you would expect perfectly. So that's a bummer for that part. So let's take a look at the Acid Rain figure that comes with the actual trailer. He's going to have sitting issues because there's 2 tabs here. But let's get an idea how he sits without putting his feet on the tabs. Because I don't think you're actually going to be able to. I even have him bent at the lower joint here. And they kind of don't kick back far enough to get that pig. And if you want them actually sitting on the seat, their butts would be off the seat like that. So if you set them in there, you can see how much more space they take. I don't have at least 4 of these figures as of yet. Hopefully I get more. But they may be an issue. They may fit. It's going to be very close. Very, very close. The best I could do is maybe sit. He doesn't sit as good as the G.I. Joes do. But you can kind of see as I move forward with the G.I. Joes, I'm losing seat space here. And they're not as accommodating with the Acid Rain. Even on the box, they actually... Well, it's in this box, I guess. One of the boxes I've seen somewhere, maybe on the product information, then it shows like 4 characters in the trailer. But obviously you can get 3 with no problem of your Acid Rain, of that character at least. Kind of like that. Sit very nicely. But if you want to get 8 in there, it's going to be very, very difficult. So something else that's really cool is that if you guys collect multiple universes, and especially if you guys have collected very cool new Joy Toy 09th Legion Mecha Cavalry, they are very, very close in color to the Sand trailer. As you can see here, they look very, very good with the trailer. Very nice. You could almost use this trailer as part of your 09th Legion Mecha Cavalry. Very cool. Not only that, let's take a look here at something else. The figure that comes with it almost looks like it could work as part of that cavalry. Because you would have your commander, your sergeant, and your captain. I believe that's the 3 ranks. And you could use these guys as your troopers. If you bought, several of these trailers, They look very good together. It's the Commander. I think they look amazing together. It's the only thing that these guys won't have the 9 on their chest. But that's just, you know, not really a big deal, I guess. But that's kind of cool. If you had 2, one on this side, one over here, if you wouldn't know any better, that could be marketed as a trooper part of the 09th. I think they look really good together. Very cool. Yep, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so moving on to another comparison. If you guys have the 09th Mecha Fierce Mecha, here's how he scales with the trailer. It doesn't even come up to his knee. Here is the action figure for comparison. The figures are taller than the trailer. So just for your information, if you guys are interested, the trailer measurement, it is 3 1/8 inches tall. The trailer, obviously, it is going to be shorter than your action figures. So that gives you an idea how tall that is. And that is going to be from the very bottom of the tire nubby to this railing. So, and then wide, this thing is 4.5 inches from rail to rail on this side. And the length of the trailer from this point here to this point is 5 5/8 inches long. So moving on to another comparison, I had a request for one of my subscribers if I would do a look at a comparison with the Sand trailer with Joy Toys Crazy Reload SUV. So we're going to do a comparison on how it looks with the actual SUV. I actually had a thought, I've been eyeballing these trailers for a while, and I would have loved for these trailers to be able to be pulled by the Crazy Reload SUV. That would have been really awesome, because they do make a Sand version of the SUV. So we're going to take a look at that first. And so unfortunately, they do not accommodate the height for the connection here on the back. This is a very fragile part to begin with, and you may be able to use some kind of tow chain, string, rope, yarn, whatever you have to pull that. It probably wouldn't be an issue if you wanted to drag this trailer along with the SUV. But to do it in a proper, setting like this, for example, or flipped over to where it comes down through the top, it is definitely off the ground. I can stick my finger under it. If it was just had a bigger, a tad bit bigger tires, we probably could have got away with it. But you probably could actually pull that along very nicely. But for height-wise, this is kind of where it's at. It's about big, just past the tires, or the railing is just past the tires. So as you can see there. So my camera is kind of limited space here. As you can see that. But it would definitely go nice with the Sand version of the Crazy Reload SUV. And, color doesn't bother you too much. It's 1/18 scale. The Joy Toy SUV is 1/18 scale. It's just these have big monster tires on it. And maybe, you can rig something else that goes from this hitch to this railing. You know, maybe because it's very close. If not already there. I mean, I can do that. It's kind of just like pushes up on this a tad bit, but you know what? I'm not sure if you want to pull a lot of weight with this thing. That is kind of thin. So, but it's your toy. Do with your toy what you want to do with it. But that's just some feedback. And it was a request from one of my subscribers. So I wanted to reach out to him and let him know that I heard him. And show you guys what it kind of looks like with the trailer. So that's pretty cool. But I think you could get away with towing one along if you tie some string along to the back of it for the height comparison there. Alright, so that's what it looks like with the Crazy Reload SUV in height and playability with it. You could do it. It's not going to be pretty, but it can be done. So I'm going to show you something else that's not really a good fit, but it looks pretty damn cool. So as you can see, I removed the actual rear top of the SUV from the Joy Toy Crazy Reload. This is not basically bonus footage for the trailer, but kind of is, kind of ain't. So it's kind of like a hidden bonus for watching this video for so long. And it kind of has to do with Rain and the Joy Toy, so it's kind of a sneak peek, a surprise heads up inside, like a hidden Easter egg basically. So what I'm basically trying to get at is, I know this isn't for the trailer, but look how cool this is. So if you have this, right, how cool would this be if this actually was compatible with the Joy Toy SUV? These are the canopy that goes to the Sand Armor trailer. But look how amazing this would look on the back of that trailer. That's, I think that's pretty cool. It kind of just like sits on the upper wheel fender here, but it looks amazing. And it does stay pretty good. Here's what it looks like. I didn't even have to take the seats out. So you can see inside there. Not sure if this flashlight's going to work or not, but we'll give it a try. See if we see the seats are still in there. And you can get a better security, better armor for your troops that ain't going to get shot at like the current setup from Joy Toy. I thought that was really cool. But unfortunately, it doesn't fasten. It doesn't seat anywhere on the truck or the SUV. But it stays. It does bop around because of the knobby tires. But I thought that was just something that was really unique and worth showing you guys just for fun. You know, if you guys are pretty good customizers and these are expensive collectibles, if you want to modify them, they're your toys. Obviously, modify away. But that's something that maybe somebody that wants to modify their expensive collectibles, but if you do, hope you guys share it with the community so we know and we can see your work. I'm a big fan of everybody's customs. Seen some really cool stuff out there. I wish was part of like the main line everybody could just buy, but they are definitely one of a kind. So if anybody created something like this, it could definitely be a one of a kind Crazy Reload. Just thought that looked really cool, especially with my decals that I have here with the yellow on it. It kind of fits really nice. We have the yellow on the front of these here, and this thing was just trucking along, for example. That would look pretty sweet. And just for fun, if you guys don't already know, here's another Easter egg for you. It has nothing to do with the Sand Armor trailer. You guys know what this is? these are stands or building materials you get with your Fortnite figures. So for fun, and this for a bonus Easter egg, I'm going to share something with you. I thought it was interesting. Fortnite and Joy Toy kind of on the same peg system as each other. So I can use these building materials as stands for my Joy Toy figures if you want to build a floor. So let's try to do this without. Okay, see, this is a Fortnite figure stand and a Joy Toy figure. See if I can find the hole here. That's what she said, right? There we go. They're on the same system. Cool. And just for fun, we have this. You guys know what these are? These are the Joy Toy display cases that I like very much. Was that important? Well, like I just said, the Joy Toy and the Fortnite figures are all on the same diameter of the foot pegs. So if you have a bunch of these lying around and you don't use them for your Joy Toy, hey, use them for your Fortnite figures. As of right now, to my knowledge, that is the only comparison I have for these cases that'll fit the pegs on the Joy Toy figure cases. And for these. So, does that belong in this video? I don't know. But at least it's a bonus. This is a bonus video and it has some Easter eggs in it for you guys. So just share that along with you. If you guys don't know that, sharing the information within the collectors community. And hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. Like the subscriber that requested a comparison for the trailer. Thank you for watching my videos and subscribing. I really do appreciate it very much. And please share and like the video. Happy collecting, happy customizing, and stay safe. And we'll see you in our next review.